Hello.
Just a few days to go until the transfer window closes. Are you, from what you're aware, closer to adding anyone to your squad?
No, we just finished training session now. This is what more important. The people from the club are working on what they have to work. Now we are focused on preparing the team.
Is it something that you're relatively relaxed at? Obviously, you think back to last January and the club's position in the league table, that you have a squad that have performed so well this season that you don't necessarily need to go rushing around to add players in the next couple of days.
Our push was always the same, was basically saying that someone to come and give us help has to be someone different and has to fit in the squad. So someone that brings a different option, a different solution. So that was our approach as a coaching staff. Then the club has to work. It's not easy to operate in this transfer window, but it's always the same. If someone has to be special.
Is there also a sense the club is ambitious, you're ambitious, you want to be in Europe next season, that you look to the future too, that you might well need next year a deeper squad?
No, it's not the moment to think about that. It's not the moment, it's too early to think about that. Let's go make things day by day.
What are the key messages that you had to or wanted to get across to your players after last week's defeat at Bournemouth?
Sorry?
What are the key messages that you've wanted to get across to the team after the result at Bournemouth last week?
We have to react. It's obvious. It's after a bad performance, there's no other way. We have to react. We have to perform better. We have to be a better team.
Because you were asked straight after the game about whether it does dent confidence despite how well you've been doing. You said, yeah, of course it does, to lose like that. Is it a case that you try and remind the players or show them examples of all the good things you've done this season?
No, it's just back to the basics, back to the things that we do well, recognizing our strengths, also recognize our weaknesses, and try to perform better, because it was a bad performance.
Just a couple of questions away from your own team, if I may, before I finish. Firstly, we saw a red card at Wolves last week given by Michael Oliver, which has since been rescinded, but a lot of abuse directed at him online after the game. Obviously, passions always run high during a match, but there is certainly a line.
Of course, and that's the line of respect and courage, because it's too easy to criticize someone behind a phone or a laptop, and things cannot go further than that. I think the game and the industry should look and protect the referees. What
can they do to protect them more? And is it something social media companies need to do more to stop this sort of behaviour?
Yeah. It has to come from the game, and after it has to go to you from the press, because the press doesn't help sometimes also. So everybody has to get involved.
And would that include managers as well? That sometimes it's important for managers to be careful of what they say, because if you're too critical, it encourages others to maybe do the same.
One thing can lead to the other, but it's always very hard, and try to understand sometimes the position of the managers, that it's difficult to control emotions, and what we expect that we can express ourselves, and that doesn't drive to other things, it's not the cause to the other things. But as you said, us as managers should look at and try to be a little bit more respectful sometime, and understand that the referees make mistakes.
Just lastly from me, and this is something for next week, Cristiano Ronaldo turns 40 as a man of Portugal. Can you just, I guess, summarise what he means to the country and the achievements of an incredible career?
Amazing. For us as Portuguese, is our biggest reference in terms of sports, and what Ronaldo still does is amazing. So we have to congratulate him and hope he continues.
Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Damien.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello, Damien.
Can you update us on the injury situation? Callum Hudson-Odoi missed out last week. What kind of progress
Callum
has
is
he made?
out. Callum is not going to be involved in the game. Big absence for us. The rest basically the same. Ibrahim and Danilo are ready. They joined the squad. Basically, Callum is out.
How long till we see Callum
Still assessing. Is something that we hope to improve soon, but it's not going to be available for this game.
Over the course of the week, I'm sure you've looked back at the Bournemouth game.
Yeah, of
What
course.
specifically went wrong on the day?
Oh, we did so many things wrong. Was not a bad game overall, but we started the game well. Then it's something that we have to look when our opponent scores first. Our reaction is not always the best one. And the second half was, even though we started well, then we lost organization, the distances, we stretched the pitch and allowed Bournemouth players to decide freely without opposition, what becomes very hard.
Brighton at home, is that the kind of game that you look to get back on it? And back
Of course. We have to perform much better. We have to be more solid. We have to play better football. We are not accurate. We miss a lot of passes. So many things to improve. So big challenge ahead of us regarding that. Brighton is a very good team.